Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. Thank you for downloading. And thank you for subscribing to the latest edition of the 12 Kyle podcast. I am your boy, 12 Kyle. And we are going to get into it on this episode. You'll understand a little bit more as we go further. But as you can see, we have a guest on. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you for watching. We have the homie Big Smash from Bet the House podcast. Smash, what's going on, man?
What up? What up? What up? What up, good people?
Man, can't call it, man. How about you?
Man, just trying to stay alive, grind and stay alive.
No doubt, man. Well, it's good to have you on. If you guys follow me, I was on Smash's podcast probably about a month ago.
Yep.
And we chopped it up and had a good time, man. Good time.
Facts.
And it's funny because when I shortly after, I told Smash I was gonna bring him on anyway, because it's always good to have people on and fellow podcasters and people who do their thing. And Smash is truly, if you're not familiar with Bet the House, you can see that this guy is truly one of a kind, to say the least. And Smash been doing this for how long you been podcasting, Smash?
Man, 4 years.
Wow. Another
4 years and some change.
Another veteran in the game right there.
Man.
So before we even get to it, man, tell if someone's never heard of Big Smash or they never heard of Bet the House podcast, what is your podcast about? How do you give it up?
I like to really think we like the In Living Color podcast. Like if I can compare myself to a TV show, I would say In Living Color, because they gave you so many different things. They gave you gems. They gave you comedy. They took a lot of subliminals and put it into, the skits and things like that. So I think that's what you get with us. Like we are a mixed bag. We're not a relationship podcast, even though good pods say we are. Number 18 in relationship podcast. I don't know how I've been as high as number 4. So I don't understand where they get this relationship stuff from, but I am not the person to take relationship advice from. But I think we are not straight comedy, because we keep it, we just do what we do. Mm-hmm. We don't have a set box. We are not your typical podcast. If I think with us, we say things and we discuss things that a lot of people don't want to say. They be scared to say. So I think that's what makes us different. We speak our mind and we have a good time. 12 Cal, no, we have a good time. We like to laugh. We like the politics. So, I mean, you get a mixed bag with us. And I think that's what makes us so different.
Right. Definitely different, man. Even my time on there, man, and listening, I couldn't do nothing but crack up, man, because this dude right here kept me laughing for real. And it was interesting because shortly after, like I said, we recorded, I saw this article just surfing on the internet or whatever. And I was like, you know what? I was like, this would be perfect for Smash to come on the podcast on one of the episodes and chop it up. So the article I saw was an article, and it talked about, what women think that, we as men care about, but we really don't care. So that's why we titled this episode Men Don't Care. So Smash, I'm going to throw a couple of things to you that appeared in this article, and I just want to get your take on it. And so before we even get started, I want to give folks a little background. Smash is married, and Smash, you have, correct me if I'm wrong, 7 kids?
I have 9 children.
9, my bad. I shorted you 2.
Yeah.
And so he's been around.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, he's been around. He knows a little something. And he's been in, previous relationships, and I don't think Smash is going to say anything that's going to get him in trouble at home.
Facts. Nah. See, the thing about me is they know. Like, they know.
Exactly. So, like I said, men don't care. And these are things that women think that we care about, but and we're going to generalize here. Generally speaking, men don't care about. So the first one, and these are in no particular order, Smash. Men don't care that your hair or makeup isn't perfect today. What's your thoughts about that? Or do we care?
It depends on where you're going.
Okay.
Like if you in the house, you're in the house.
Mm-hmm.
But now if you out and about, we going on a date, or we going around, a company meeting for the families or something, you meeting some people. Yeah, we get in. But it's like I will say, like, if you put extra emphasis on it, because I'm gonna tell you, my wife, she puts lip gloss and makeup and all that stuff on just to go to the mailbox. So I don't even think they do it for us. Right, I think they just do it because they hate for anybody to say, oh, we saw them, she wasn't looking too righteous. So I think women care more about it than we do. We don't really care. Mm-hmm. But women will not be cold in pictures with their hair messed up or anything like that. Like, I know I've took pictures of her. Nah, my hair wasn't right. Do it over. Do this. Do it over. Do it again. So they care about it more than we do. I don't really care unless, again, like, I care that she care. Mm-hmm. If that makes sense. Like,
no doubt.
If you want your hair did a certain way and you think it looks good, hey, I support you. I care that she care. But as far as something that I genuinely care about, I don't. Like, it ain't number one on my priority. Like, mm-hmm. I don't care if your hair is done. Well, I care. You can't be out here looking like Macy Gray used to look in videos with the hair all out. You can't be looking like that. But you know what I'm saying? I don't put too much emphasis on hair and makeup. Because that makeup come off, you might be a totally different person. I done had some nights at the club and the makeup got you looking good.
Man.
And then we get to the crib and wake up and you like, what the hell?
Right.
Like, hold on. So yeah, makeup is deceiving. A little bit of makeup is cool. Mm-hmm. Too much makeup, because makeup, I'm telling you, people get catfish like that. That shit ain't cool.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that, because like I remember in college at South Carolina State University. Shout out to King Germ. There was this girl, man, and she was my freshman year. When I tell you, she was so pretty. But part of her beauty, man, was she would wear makeup, but then like over like I put it like this: when you saw her from a distance, you'd be like, man, she's bad. And as you knock your microphone down, I was like, she's bad. But then like when you get up on her, I mean, like the makeup was literally like caked on her face.
Yeah.
And so like it was just like, man, damn, man. And so like it was kind of like a running thing between like me and the homies. We'd be like, man, such and such she's bad, but she look even better if she takes some of that makeup.
Looking like she was dressed for a funeral.
Man, listen, like she was dressed. Exactly. And it's like, okay. But I mean, like my answer to the question is, I'm kind of like you. I care because you care. I care because, and it's big on me now. I like the fact that you will make sure that your hair looks a certain way. It don't have to be done up, but it looks a certain way, or the makeup looks a certain way when you step out the house. Because I'm a firm believer in, I'm the same way. Now, there'll be some days maybe where my hair's not cut or whatever like that, or maybe I didn't shave, but when I step out the house, just like she's a representation of me, I'm a representation of her. Nice. I'm not going nowhere looking bummy. Even if I'm just going to the grocery store, I'm not looking bummy. So I will say that I do care to some degree, because if she takes the time to make sure that stuff is tight, then if it's important to her, so it's definitely important to me.
Because I think in a sense of like, we want our woman to be appealing to the public, to other people that's watching. Because if she ain't, it's like, I know a lot of dudes be feeling like, yeah, if she ain't appealing, I mean, it don't necessarily mean she going. It just mean, because I'm gonna tell you, I make it a habit of telling her she look good before I allow the streets to do it.
Yeah,
well, you better preach. the streets is ruthless. Like they'll tell you over and over until you get the hint. So I try to be the first one. Like I told her the other day, I was like, I know you get off work at 7, so I be sending her messages at like 6:45, like, you beautiful, right? Just so the early bird could get the worm type shit. But I think, I think we don't put emphasis on it like that. There's a men out here that do care, but it's not like the first thing I do when I see a woman or I approach a woman is, damn, she got all that makeup on. That shit look good. Like, nah, that ain't the first thing. So it's a difference.
For me, less is more. Yeah, less is more. Especially if you can do that less, you can carry it real well. Less is more. Number 2. Smash. It says, we don't care about those extra few pounds that you want to lose. True or false?
That she wants to lose?
That she wants to lose.
Nah, man, I believe in more cushion for the pushing. You know what I'm saying? I believe in the love handles. I love you need something to grip on in the winter. I love that shit. But I'm gonna tell you this, because again, I just had this same conversation. And the thing about it is, there are women out here that are subconscious about their weight. Even if it's to us, it's like, yo, you're the right size. Like, we like you how you are, and we had a conversation not too long ago. She was just trying to pick my brain because we was going through topics for the show. And she was like, and I think this was around the time the situation happened with DC Young Fly wife.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And she asked me about it, and I was like, I like you the way you are. Like, I've gotten so used to you. Like, this is you. Like, you don't have to, if it's something in you that's saying, yeah, I need to lose this, or yeah, I need to change this, or no, I don't like my nose, or no, I mean, I'm going to do my part and let you know, like, hey, I like you the way you are. But if it's something in you that says, yeah, I got to lose this weight, well, my job is to encourage. Like, let's go to the gym together. Let's watch our diets. Let's do this. Let's do that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm encouraging enough for that. Like, I support it. So it's like, we care. It's another one of them. We care, but we really don't care. Because again, but now listen, on the flip note, I've seen stories where dudes have said, hey, listen, I'm not going to marry you unless you lose this amount of weight, or unless you gain this amount of weight, blah, blah, blah. I've seen women kill themselves mentally and physically to change their body to please a man. So my thing is, if you really want to lose these pounds because you want to lose these pounds, I support you, but don't do it for me.
Right.
I didn't ask you for that. Don't do it for me. That's my take on it.
1,000.
Do it for yourself. Do it for you.
1,000%. I couldn't agree anymore. I think I'm very similar in that aspect. If you come to me and say, hey, I want to lose a few pounds, then that tells me that you care about your appearance, you care about your health. You touched on the DC Young Fly situation where, for those of you not familiar, DC Young Fly, comedian, his I don't think it was his wife, girlfriend, his partner, if you will.
His partner.
She went and got a mommy makeover, I think, a couple of months after having their third child together, and they've been together for a few years. And unfortunately, she had complications after the surgery, the cosmetic surgery she had, and she tragically passed away, I think, at like 32, 33 years old.
Yeah.
And, that's unfortunate because you never want to see people lose their lives behind something like, complications from a BBL lift or breast lift or anything like that. But I mean, it is, at the end of the day, it is surgery. And anytime you're under anesthesia, you can have, or your body can react a certain type of way. You can have complications. So that was definitely and it was something I remember that time. It wasn't that long ago from the time of this recording. And that, I'm sure, like you, it dominated the timeline because you had people on both sides of the fence saying, hey, be a little sympathetic. You know, this man just lost his significant other. These kids are going to grow up without their mom. And there was other people like, it ain't that serious, you know, to change your body. For some people it is. And I mean, like the human. Go ahead.
They can feel unattractive, not even to just you, to themselves. Like it's a lot of things that people go through in life and they just feel like, yeah, this is not how I want to live my life. This is not the way I want. I don't like it. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I always say, because you know, relationships can come, people come and go. You done changed nobody for this person, and they not even gonna be here in 2 days.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Even bigger than that, like when you're pregnant, you literally have another human being growing inside your body. You know, so and as a man, you can't speak to that because we'll never know how that feels. Yeah. We'll never know. Yeah. And I'm gonna say all, but a lot of women, who wouldn't want to get back to their size that they were before they had this human growing inside. For some, it's a struggle. Some deal with, you know, postpartum depression. There's a lot of things. Some women have complications far beyond what we can conceive as men. So I'm never judgmental about that. I was a little disappointed what little faith I have in some people, that people were being judgmental about this young lady during that, you know, because he dealt with a lot in a very short span of time. You go from celebrating having a child with this woman to a couple of months later, she wanted to get the surgery. I'm sure they had conversations about it. And then all of a sudden she's no longer here. And you're a quote unquote celebrity, and you have to deal with this publicly, as opposed to, you know, some of us who have to deal with things behind closed doors. But to answer the question, I think, if she says that, you know, she wants to lose a few pounds, I care. And not so much as because you have to do it for me, but because you're concerned about your appearance, you're concerned about your health, you're concerned about your well-being, your mental health, that type of thing, that I think that needs, you know, my attention. And at the very least, like you said, support, because I think that's very key. Well, number 3, money. We don't care that you make more money than us. What's your take on that?
Shit, I don't know. Is the money being spent on us? Because if it is, then who gives a fuck?
Right.
But I think for me, I don't know because okay. So I got a basis on this. Okay. If you make more money than me, that means you don't need my money, which in return means that I have a little bit more money in my pocket, which I'm cool with. You know what I'm saying? I think I don't really care. You know, I have this philosophy. I don't care who does what as long as it gets done. So I have a big ego. Absolutely. But we not in competition.
Facts.
It's not a race. You know what I'm saying? Listen, if I know the episode of Martin. And you know, when Gina was making more money, it's like that. But see, my thing is good. If she winning, then we winning. You know what I'm saying? It's never. I'm not in competition with my lady about no money. Like, I don't care how much money you make, because I've been with women that didn't have no money. So, you making more money than me? Hey, that's great. That's perfect. In this day and age in the world, you got to have at least 2 incomes to really, really thrive. At least.
Oh, facts.
You know, you can't just thrive off one. Them one income thriving houses that granddaddy and grandmama and them used to have back in the 60s. Yeah, that shit was all fine and dandy. This 2023. It ain't none of that one. So you making more money than me is not going to, you know, but you know what I think will frustrate people is when y'all get into an argument. When y'all get into an argument.
Talk to him.
Because if you make more money than me, all that's gonna do is make me step my game up, because I don't want to feel like this woman is carrying our relationship because she make more money than me. You know, a lot of dudes have egos like, yeah, she carrying, and I feel like, but a lot of dudes will get comfortable with that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Jodies out here. Me, I could never feel like I'm living off of you. Nah, we coming equal. You know what I'm saying? We coming equal. Like, That's how I feel about it. Like we coming equal. Ain't no you doing more than me or I'm doing more than you. Cause I feel like now you have inspired and motivated me to get my shit together. Like, absolutely though. I think I've been in that situation and I felt good about it, but not to the sense of I can relax and kick my feet up. Nah, I can work even harder. And because I felt like I wasn't putting in enough work. And it wasn't even a competition or ego thing. It was just I felt like, yeah, I got to keep applying pressure. I can't relax. I can't get comfortable. Yeah, she making more money. She got more money at this time, blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, it's like as the man, I still got to pick my weight up. I can't be feeling like, yeah, this woman is doing more than me right now. No, it's like, it was a healthy competition, but it wasn't enough to the point where, you know what, I'm finna leave her. She making more money than me.
Right.
More. Nah, man, we gonna get this shit together. That's just how I felt.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think that's never been an issue. Because we and for those of you watching and listening, my wife and I have been together at the time of this recording. It'd be 23 years in September. So we've been married for a long. Appreciate it, man. We've been married for a long time. We dated for a long time. So we've been together. If you add, undergrad, closer to 30 years, right? So in that time frame, we've had times where I've made more than her. We've had times where she's made more than me. That never bothered me because all of the money coming into the pot anyway. So and we will probably, based on where we are in our careers right now financially, is probably going to keep fluctuating. There's going to be a point where there's going to be a point where I'm making more than her. There's going to be a point where she's making more than me, probably up until the time we retire. But the way we financially structured our lives is that we have money going into our accounts and stuff like that, and we work together financially because in a marriage, you and I are in a marriage, it's a financial partnership piece of the marriage too that you have to consider. If you're dating or you live together, something like that, I think that's a conversation that one needs to be had if you plan to take it further than where you are. Exactly. Because then you want to talk about, because some people grew up in households where mom had her money, dad had his money, and their monies never touched each other. Dad paid, mom gave mom some money, mom gave dad some money, dad paid the bills, or vice versa. And that's cool. Whatever works for people. I think sometimes people don't really get into many discussions as to how they want to get their monies to flow, particularly the more serious they become. Because here's the thing, and I know you'll agree. Once you move in together, even if you're not married, but once you move in together, like, stuff is starting to commingle at some point. And if she has an apartment and she gives up that apartment to come live with you, then she ain't got to pay rent no more. So that's, $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 that she's not paying each month. So now that's money for her per se. And if she feels like that's her money to spend on her, then that's cool. But, as you get deeper and deeper into your relationship, you probably should have a conversation as to where you want your monies to go.
Hell yeah.
But no, I never had a problem with, whether or not she made more than me or anything like that, because, as long as we working, that's all that matters to me.
Facts. Like life is too short to be arguing over money, man.
That's never been my thing.
Yeah.
Number
not
4.
With your partner, not with somebody.
No, not with somebody you care about. No, definitely not somebody you care about. Number 4, we don't care that you have a few drinks on a date. What do you think about when the woman kind of has a couple? Because I've seen both sides. I've seen men argue about this on Twitter about how, and I think it's dumb as hell to be regulating how much a woman can or can't drink on a date. But do men care?
Have you ever seen how freaky a woman gets when she tipsy, drunk, whatever you want to call it?
I've never seen nothing. Smash. I'm married. I've never seen nothing. I've never seen nothing.
Okay, we're gonna go with that. Okay. I got experience in that field.
Okay, talk to me.
Women get real freaky when they drunk. So drink away, baby. Drink away. Not drunk to the point where you passing out. No. But they always talk about how dudes come home from the club and be ready to give out that Henny dick. Mm-hmm. So women, liquor fire the shit up a little bit different than sober. Sober vagina is cool. Don't get me wrong. I like sober vagina, but a little tipsy vagina hit a little different. So drink away, baby. Drink away. We ain't gonna stop nothing.
Smash is crazy. Yeah, I think it's silly for me to try to regulate how much a woman should or shouldn't drink. I think if you're a responsible adult, I think well, at least I know I would trust you enough to, handle your liquor or whatever like that. I will say this: I've never found anything attractive. Never found it to be anything attractive about, the sloppy drunk lady who you got to help carry out the bar, or the guy for that matter too. It ain't cool. Unfortunately, we've seen it time and time again. But yeah, I'm not. That ain't necessarily my cup of tea.
Man, get your lady drunk and y'all slut each other out, man. What the fuck? What the fuck be wrong with these niggas? Like, nigga, let your woman drink, nigga. You know how? Oh, these niggas. Look, that's that new generation shit. I tend to get away from the millenniums, man, because their ass don't be knowing how to control and make the situation work for them. Like, you got a woman who is drinking and that liquor is an enhancer. Go for it. Take her home. Slut each other out. Wake up in the morning, take 2 Tylenols and feel better about your day, man. Come on, man. You can forget every little nasty thing you have done that night because liquor is also a forgetter. It makes you forget everything that took place. So stop worrying about it. Let her drink. Drink with her. That's advice from Big Smash. Drink with her.
Now, Smash, that leads right into the next question. Number 5. We don't care when you sleep with us, whether it's the first date, the 5th date, or the 10th date. Talk to me. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I don't give a fuck whether it's my philosophy. My philosophy back in the day was when chicks would come at me and be like, "Yeah, I think I just want to wait 90 days and get to know you." I'd be like, "Okay, cool. I can wait to fuck you." Just because we ain't fucking don't mean I ain't fucking. Okay, so you know what I'm saying. And then it's like people get mad. I've had sex on the first date plenty of times, before the first date, after the first date, during the first date, plenty of times, and it still didn't make me want to. It still doesn't determine whether I want to stay or want to go. I have waited, and I've also waited, got it, and felt like, yeah, this ain't it. This ain't what I want to do. So. No, we really don't care.
Right.
Because if we are determined, we're going to stand around and we're going to make it happen. So, but don't think, 90 days, he waited 3 months, he going to stay. No. And don't act like, your vagina is that good that he's going to wait for it. Cause no. That man gonna be fucking the next chick until you ready to fuck. And even then, he still might be fucking. So don't fall for that. Oh, he waited. He really loved me. No. He had something else on the side, and I ain't hating on my fellas. Shout out to them. Do their thing. But yeah. We don't care. First date, 5th date, 100 date. I don't care. But I gotta in the meantime, you have to give me something to wait on. Like, I have to really feel like, yeah, this is going to be dope. She is the one. I can wait on this, because otherwise I have a wandering eye. I'm gonna be all around,
So let me hit you with a follow-up. And we're just speaking in hypothetical, since you're a married man. Or we can take you back to the Smash before Smash got married.
Look, I'm good. Listen. I got an answer for everything.
Because 12 Kyle has only had sex once in his life. So, but that's beside the point.
You and Jeremy, y'all with this sex only once in your life bullshit. But all right, carry on.
Shout out to King Germ from Pod and Saved Our Marriage. Okay, so let's say it's the first night.
And
you get it the first night. does that affect whether or not you could possibly be serious down the road?
Yeah, because I mean, shit. At this point, we both hoes.
Wait, hold on, Smash. That's contradictory what you just said.
I hate when niggas. I hate when men and women both try to down each other. Like dudes do it all the time.
Right.
Yeah, I fucked you on the first date. Okay, nigga, you want a cookie? If she's a hoe, then nigga, you a hoe too, because you knew that you inserted your penis into a woman that you said is a hoe in the first day, so you are a hoe too. We both hoes. Listen, now I will say this: it doesn't have an effect on how quick you give it to me, but what it is it has to have an effect on how much I liked it. That's gonna determine whether we serious or not, because back in those days, guys had a roster. You know what I'm saying? You had a roster. You knew who you could call and they come quick. You knew who you could call after 10 when the kids were asleep. You knew who you could call anytime, anywhere, and they ready. You knew who you couldn't call because you didn't want nobody to see you with. So there was a roster spot for everybody in this scenario. Now, if I liked it, you know, because niggas be lying. We be lying to chicks, and chicks be lying to us when we in it. And, you know, yeah, I really want you to be mine. And then, again, post-nut clarity is a totally different thing. Like, I'm loving you while I'm in it. When I'm out of it, it's like, so when I get out of it and I still feel like I want to be in it, then I fucks with you. We could do something. But if I get out of it, then it's like, all right, well, you know, what you finna do? Because I'm finna go type shit. And it's like, I really didn't like it. So no, how quick you give it to me, you know, I never shit. We both in it. We both was in it. It is what it is. I don't believe in the whole shit. You know, I can't call you a hoe without calling myself a hoe, because 9 times out of 10, I knew you was going before we even got to the situation. So we both hoes that night.
Yeah, I think that is one of the biggest double standards. I think that, at least for us coming up in the 90s, I think that's what a lot of men held on to, because technically we're two consenting adults. So if it ain't just that you gave it up, I gave it up too. You know what I'm saying? So like,
I don't know why women be feeling like their vagina is so precious and priceless, and our dicks don't be shit.
Well, you know what it is. You know what it is. Again, it was that mindset of from back in the day where we and I say we as men, we tried to make women feel bad about it happening on the first night. And like you mentioned a little earlier, there's really not much difference between day 1 and day 90 or 92 or day 105, you know. So
if I'ma stay.
Exactly.
It ain't got nothing to do with the vagina. Like, vagina is everywhere. I can get that everywhere. But if I'ma stay. You know, the vagina might just be the icing on the cake. But I never understood that though. Like, you know, we giving each other the same thing. You know, you're not giving me nothing when it comes to sex. You're not giving me nothing that I'm not giving you. So why do women? I'm gonna ask this on my next show. Like, why do women feel like they are just the greatest thing packing? Like, penis and vagina go hand in hand.
Women are the greatest thing packing.
Yeah, but my penis and vagina go hand in hand. They like the same thing. They do the same thing. They cause pleasure. We doing the same shit.
I love women, and I'm not. You can direct all emails to Big Smash. This man is controversial. Don't at me.
I'm just saying. Stop acting like penis. Listen,
I get you.
Vagina don't work without penis.
I mean, it can.
You can get the fake penis or whatever you want to call it, but there's nothing like the real thing, you know.
Yeah, but Smash, you in all fairness, we know that there's more to it that comes with that. Just like there's an attitude or maybe an asshole attached to that. Same goes for us too.
Yeah, and I tend to get away from the assholes. I'm sorry.
As we all
some of the vagina just don't be worth the headache that it comes with.
And we can say for the
and vice versa. But what I be getting, okay, for example, and I'm gonna use this for example. Women be yelling, "Oh, to hit this, you got to get my nails, hair, feet done, all this done. Take me shopping, do this, do that, and this." And I be like, well, what if us fellas started doing that with y'all? All right, to get this, You going to get our hair cut, do this, do that, it's about a new PlayStation game, blah, 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 this, and this. Like, we got standards too, fellas. Start using that shit. Stop just thinking we only got to do the whining and dining. No, let them wine and dine you too, goddammit. Shit, it's quid pro quo around here. Shit.
The controversial Big Smash from Bet the House is in the building.
Value
Again, this is your boy
penis,
12 Kyle.
fellas.
This is the 12 Kyle podcast. All right, Smash. It says we don't care if they don't text us first. I know you and I are a little bit older. You're not as old as me. I'm older than dirt. But the texting thing came a little bit later as we matriculated. So when I was single and on them streets, texting wasn't around.
I know I'm gonna be the first one to text, right?
Okay.
My problem is don't take all day texting me back. I don't care if you text me first or not. But my thing is, if I text you, I ain't saying you got to text me right back in 5 seconds or less. But I'm saying, like, if I text you at 9 a.m., don't come back at 11, 12 o'clock unless you sleep, whatever the case is. Certain shit like that. You dealing with the kids, whatever. But if I know you and I know you keep your phone in your hand and I text you at 9 and here you come again texting me at 12, now take me out the rotation, baby, because I know goddamn well you keep that phone. Listen, I know women right now that keep.
So women, just for time concerns. So you're saying you text at 9 a.m. She texts you at noon or 12 midnight.
At noon.
Oh, like she got 3 hours to text you back.
Nah, like I'm saying don't take 3 hours to text me back, especially considering I know that phone in your hand. Now here's the thing. On the flip note, it used to work like back when I was in the streets, I would be at home with my girl. So after 9 o'clock, you wasn't getting no text back from me. I text you back the next morning and be like, yo, my bad, I was asleep or I was at work, shit like that. Or, I was dealing with the kids and the kids wasn't even there. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. So I had my excuses, but
gotcha.
You can't do that shit to me though. Like, if you don't text me back in a sufficient manner when you do decide to text me back, I'm gonna be too busy texting somebody else that had time to text me back type shit. So I'm glad now that I only got one person to text, so I'm cool. I'm cool with that. And she texts back in an efficient manner. She be quick with it because she know, even if she upstairs and I'm downstairs and we just so happen to be texting, she know I'm coming upstairs. Or no, she know that if in an efficient manner, if I'm at work or something and I don't get a text back, she know that FaceTime calling. And I know vice versa too. Okay, let me hurry up and answer this woman for this FaceTime come through. And so I don't care about being text first.
All right. So what happens if the FaceTime come through, Big Smash?
Oh man, the FaceTime come through, it's a problem because now she want to be all in the bitch. She want to know what's going on, what's happening, who I'm at, what I'm doing, and why I ain't answering her phone.
So why is she questioning you, Big Smash?
Man,
because you done some shit. You done some shit.
Yeah. Hell fucking yeah. Man, listen.
Oh man, Big Smash.
She the type that'll pull up. Like if she know I'm at work and
he'll pull up at work?
Yeah, because I don't be doing shit at work. I'm a manager. I don't be doing shit at work. Yeah, so she know shit. I got a lot more time on my hands at work. So it's like, you know how the little men say, your phone must have died. So I pulled up with a charger just in case, because I know you needed, for whatever reason, your phone died and you needed a charger. So I brought you one type shit. Right. That's her. Or that's me too, because I'm quick with it too, because she work with some dudes. She be on the phone. Yeah, I'm here with such and such, and I be like, oh, okay. You there with such and such. I'm calling in 20-minute increments. God damn it. You better answer shit, because you in there with him and it's only you and him. Oh yeah, I know how to work boyfriend shit go. You gotta watch out for the work boyfriends, man. Them the most dangerous, lethal people around. Them work boyfriends, them work husbands, because they take their job serious. They got 8 hours to impress you and keep you interested before you go home to your regular life.
Hey man, I told y'all he was controversial, right? Big Smash
You
is
gotta
in the
watch out for the
building.
work boyfriends. Like it's cool for fellas to have work wives, cause you know they ain't gonna be on shit. But them work husbands be something different.
Man,
Fellas, it's
listen,
okay to have work wives. Ladies, it's not okay to have work husbands because them work husbands be wanting to fuck.
big ass double standard you just dropped there, but okay. All right, man. Before we get you out of here, man, last question. It says we don't care what you cook for dinner. Do we really care or don't care?
Goddamn lie. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's a goddamn lie. Do not listen. We are in the chicken Alfredo, shrimp Alfredo, steak Alfredo making days. No, I don't want your shrimp Alfredo 3 times a week. I don't want your. I don't listen. We care. Okay, we care. There are guys out here that work their fingers to the bones. They go out there, they make that money, they bring money home so you can make them, so they can bring the bacon home so you can cook it. Do not. Chicken Alfredo is cool. One day out the week, spaghetti is cool. One day out the week. I'm not eating fried chicken every single goddamn day. Like I deserve one of them high-end, high-quality meals. You know, it's men out here who feel like, yeah, I'm finna cheat because she keep making Alfredo. She make Alfredo one more time, I'm finna go cheat. I'm gonna tell you, like, I dealt with a woman who cooked Alfredo 4 times a week, and I was just like, yeah,
4?
Yeah, at least 4.
Well, Smash, you was gonna cheat anyway. The Alfredo was just
sure enough, but you helped push me through the door of cheating. Like it was 2 doors standing there. One said fight it off, the other one said go cheat. And the more I kept seeing Alfredo, the more I kept saying, yeah, this fighting temptation shit is over with. I'm gonna go to this door. So yeah, we do care. We care. We care. Like we care. When you get to the point where you ordering takeout every day instead of eating
you can't eat that yet. Yeah, that ain't good. It ain't healthy either.
And I'm gonna tell you, like, you gotta know how to cook. These dudes be out here afraid to tell their woman she can't cook. No, tell her this is why this is going to better your relationship. It's going to better your situation if you just tell them, hey, baby, I don't like this. Ain't it simple?
Or you can cook yourself.
True enough.
But a lot of dudes can't cook. I can cook. So
I mean, yeah, you could.
That's never been a problem.
It goes into the saying of, again, if I come home from working 12 hours or 8 hours or 10 hours, I don't want to be standing up behind no stove cooking for all these badass kids. Like, so yeah. Like, I don't mind. Okay, so
and don't call your kids bad either.
Oh, my kids bad as shit. And I tell them to their face, and they know I will. Like, they bad as hell. And that's why, you know, they get all their badness out the way before I come into the house.
Gotcha.
Because I don't be having time for it. I tell they ass pick a corner. I got a game that I play with my kids. It's called Separation. And I'm like the world heavyweight champion of this game. I ain't never lost. So basically what it is all y'all, one of y'all get in trouble, all y'all get in trouble. Y'all go find a corner. Whoever can sit there and be quiet the longest, get a prize. And the prize is to go one-on-one with me and, you know, see who can be quiet the longest out of me and you. And 9 times out of 10, they gonna lose because they gonna get full. They gonna get tired of standing in that corner. So, you know, but yeah, we care. Cook us some good meals. I don't even care. Listen, I'm not against leftovers.
Oh no,
I love that shit. But if if you can cook, I'm gonna eat whatever you put in front of me. But if you can't cook, and it's the only thing you know how to cook, oh man, I'm finna go cheat. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You're gonna cheat, and you're not gonna eat that shrimp Alfredo.
And I ain't gonna eat that shrimp Alfredo. I'm gonna tell you, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Like I come from a different thing. Like one thing about me, you gotta know how to cook because it's a lot of us. You know what I'm saying? So, but I think
you and 9 kids,
yeah, it's a lot of us. So, you know, I got my day out the week that I cook.
Okay.
We don't cook every day in the house. Sometimes you don't feel like it. Order takeout, order pizza. Kids love pizza, whatever. I don't expect my woman to cook every single day. No, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. No. Especially in the summertime. No, I don't expect that. You asking for a whole fight, and you were not going to win that fight. So
at all.
No, I don't expect that. But what I'm saying is, we care what you do cook. Though.
Yeah.
Like, take into consideration, like, this woman knows me. She knows I don't want to say a picky eater, but it's certain shit that I just won't eat. Like, she just finally just put me on neck bones.
Wait a minute.
My whole entire life, I was against eating neck bones. Like,
you know what? Smash, you from the Midwest though. That's what it
neck
is.
Bones, oxtail. She shit that I kept telling I'm not eating that shit. But then I ate it. But the one thing that she has been trying, well, I don't think she's tried, but people have tried to get me to eat is chitlins, and I've never done it.
You don't want to do
and
that
I
shit.
never will. So, you gotta expand your horizons. You gotta be able, because there, like I said, there are things with her like Indian food and all this stuff that she be eating. I'll be like, nah, I don't want none of that, but I'll try it just because you don't want to be the motherfucker to keep saying no. Like, sometimes you gotta expand your horizons, man. Y'all remember the days where they made it uncool to eat vagina. Now look at everybody. They eat vagina. Do y'all remember them days where they used to I don't know if you remember, but it was days where eating vagina was frowned upon. Nah, I'm not doing that shit. Yeah, now look at everybody. Everybody doing it. They done graduated to the ass. So this is a new generation, man. I don't know. This generation weird to me, man.
It is definitely different. Man, listen. This has been fun. The controversial but funny Big Smash. Smash, before we get out of here, man, tell folks where they can find you, where they can hit you up on social, where they can find the podcast.
Hey, man, send all hate mail to 12 Kyle, and he'll send it on over to me. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Instagram at Bet the House Media, because we ain't just a podcast no more. We elevating. We shoot movie scripts and stuff now. We radio host and gigs and all that type of stuff. So we doing different things. Bet the House Media on Instagram. My website, I'm under construction with my website, but it should be back up. It's alwaysbetthehouse.com. That's where you can find everything. And man, I'm in these podcast streets, man. I'm everywhere. There ain't a podcast. So if you're a podcast out here, come on, holler at me. I like to talk shit. That's what we do.
He does. and how often does the Bet the House podcast drop?
Bet the House drops. It used to be every Friday, but then Germ, that's Germ Day now. So we sliding off. We try to hit them on up every Saturday.
Okay.
But the way that I've been moving, I drop when I drop, I guess.
Gotcha.
We consistent with the drops though.
Okay.
We drop weekly sometimes.
That's all that matters. The key word is consistent, man. The key word is consistent. You guys know you've been rocking with me for a long time here. The 12 Kyle podcast drops every Thursday at midnight. From time to time, we drop bonus episodes like this one on Sundays at midnight. If you feel so inclined, hit us up on Cash App. You want to contribute financially to the podcast, $TWELVEKYLE. And hit me up on socials. 12 Kyle across the board, 12 Kyle podcast as well. So that's gonna do it for us. So for my man Big Smash from the Bet the House podcast, the controversial Big Smash, I'm your boy 12 Kyle. We'll catch you guys next time. 5G.
All right, y'all.